Tamara Hunter, and today we're doing something unique and different, and so let's have some fun. We are doubling back to number 75, day number 75 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service because my service hero at that moment in time on day 75 was unable to join me. So we actually have we're going to do two different days back to back. We have number 75, Matt Hancock. And welcome, Matt. It is pretty exciting, too, because you are actually in the back of a limousine right now, aren't you?
It's actually the Big Fish limousine. We film a show out of the back of our limousine called Big Fish Vegas, and I'm the CEO of Big Fish Marketing. My business partner, who's actually driving right now, where normally he's not. However, our driver had a family emergency, so we. Hey, you're getting a glare. We've got no way of.
Okay, let's just go. Let's just go with it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
No, we
So,
don't have to go back to the sign. We were going to put the Vegas sign in the first shot.
uh,
However, we're just going to cruise up Vegas Boulevard. But there's so much glare here anyway. I mean, it's wow, that's great. I just saw that thing pop up. That's great.
yeah, yeah, we've got it. We've got it. So
Right,
the modern day miracles that we've got. So
right.
we've got you, Matt. We've got the limousine, and what's fun about that limousine, guys, is that I actually got to be in it not long ago, and
We
it
we had
yeah
such we had such a good time too.
yeah we did, and those antlers are actually
No,
on the
no,
front.
not antlers. Those are bull
Oh,
horns.
bull. Okay, sorry. My bad. My bad. Okay,
That's all right. That's all right.
okay, so let's get down to the brass tacks. Let's talk about why it is that I picked you as a service hero. I highlighted it a little bit, but I would like to be able to have you share in your words. I know that you're doing all
Sure.
this cool stuff with Big Fish, and we'll get to that. But the reason that I really wanted to highlight you, Matt, is because when you and I visited, you shared with me about the fact that you've got small children, and and then there's been these events that have happened in Vegas, and you ended up having a dream. I would like to be able to talk about that. I'm going to bring the Big Fish limo down, and let's you and I chat a little bit about your dream and what it is that you see yourself doing in the future to help make our schools safer.
Sure. Well, I mean, first off, a little bit about how you and I met. I mean, I was doing a light speaking event, on the panel of Bill Walsh, and you and I talked briefly afterwards. I mean, went to lunch with Bill, and one of the things you brought up was your foundation, and I connected you with a few people. You connected me with a few people, and it's good. It's win-win. I mean, that's how life should be, and that's how everyone should be because it's about love and it's about having a good cause just like yours. I mean, cancer buddies for life and chemo buddies for life. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, you're a cancer survivor who's done something where you were faced with an absolute challenge, the biggest challenge of your life, and turned it into something good for everyone. I mean, everyone needs a buddy, and it's so important as far as your mindset is concerned. In that regard, it's almost more important than the the medications that are prescribed to people that are facing that challenge.
Yeah.
It's owning inside, how much you love yourself and how much you love life. And it's just an amazing foundation. And we connected with a few different people, and we'll connect with a lot more.
Well,
Um,
thank you, Matt. Matt, I appreciate your heart. I want to just say that. When you can be as successful as all day long, but if you're not, and there's nothing wrong with that, because remember, guys, I'm all about success. Celebrate
right.
success through service. However, the fact that you think bigger than the immediate, if you will, company. You were thinking about doing something really cool, and I would like for you to talk about what it is and why it is. You tell me a story And it was kind of
Sure.
like a couple phase story. So if you can kind of bring us through that.
Sure. So one of the things that happened, not to me, but happened for me actually. I mean, if I look at it, it happened for me and it happened for others, and to to make things better. I was working in a place called the Jockey Club, and the Jockey Club is in between the Cosmopolitan. You know, it was the first timeshare resort here in this town, and that's kind of the industry that I've come from for the last 14 years. Looking at it, what happened was there was a shooting on a bus out in front of the Jockey Club, and we were put on a lockdown. The Cosmopolitan was put on a lockdown. I mean, this was a year and a half ago, roughly, and this is probably 8 months before October 1. I apologize. I mean, looking at it, we've got the air running, but it is hot in a suit.
Yeah,
It's lost.
you can tell. You're looking good.
Thank you. Las Vegas weather for you, right?
Yeah.
So, what the challenge that everyone was facing was they didn't know if there were three shooters or not. And initially, that's what people thought. They put us on lockdown. I mean, we've got the SWAT team in front of our office. We're on the third floor, and we're sitting there, and our immediate supervisors are telling us, stay put, um, and just an outrageous set of events. And of course, I call my children first, and then I call my parents, and my mom really had a moment there, and my son did too. I mean, I've got a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 19-month-old. And at the time, the 19-month-old was a newborn. Looking at it, hang on one second. You can hear it? Okay, yeah, you remember that time, and I know everyone was having a little bit of a challenge with this day, because I'm calling friends, I'm calling family members, and I made the call to my children, and I said, your dad loves you. I said, if anything bad happens, just know that I'll be watching out for you, just in a different way for the rest of your life. And we're sitting there, basically like sitting ducks. I mean, you've got a core door that any weapon can go through. You've got tables, you've got chairs, and of course, we're going to do whatever we can to overtake somebody who may cause a problem. However, there's a potential that someone could get hurt, or everyone could get hurt, or worse. Looking at that, the second thing that happened is two 2 days before the October 1 event, my other business partner, Brian Bouvet, and I, we were sitting at a concert across the street at T-Mobile Arena. And we just as easily could have been at October 1. I mean, comp tickets anywhere to any show, invitations to any show. And we had friends that were there. We had people that were also friends of friends that did pass away or did get hit. And it was a sad thing that happened, a sad event. 6 weeks after the event, I had a dream that there were these tunnels, these concrete tunnels, and similar to storm drains. And they had turnstile type doors. Sorry, I'm just going to switch hands here. They had turnstile type doors, and what made out of bulletproof glass, and it was God's hands, and it was to protect children in schools. We've seen so many school shootings. We've seen so many events that have happened, that are extremely sad that, no one can explain why, and all of us just want it to stop. I mean, that's one portion of it. Separate from that, I mean, that's a nonprofit organization that we're launching this year. Separate from that, we have gun control as a big thing that everyone's talking about. And I'm a Second Amendment rights advocate. I mean, looking at it, I love the ability to own a gun. I'm not saying anything is wrong with owning a gun, but it's responsible gun control. It's not taking people's guns away. It's making guns better. I mean, we live in a world where my iPhone opens up with my thumbprint. Why shouldn't our guns? Why shouldn't it be GPS chipped? Why shouldn't it not be in a school zone, a residential area, or a public area? And anytime that gun is opened up, you have 3 users on it, right? So here's the option that you have. You've got 3 users on it, and there's been technology similar to this that's been around for years. RFID chips don't work. They don't work. You can disrupt the signal with an old school wireless telephone, or with $15 worth of magnets. So it's a flawed system. Separate from that, one of the things that a team of mine is working on is putting together a 2 fingerprint, your trigger finger and your thumbprint. It's always going to be on the lock. It's always going to be on the trigger. It opens up the gun. You have 3 users, or as many additional users as you'd like. However, those are the people who are authorized to open that gun, no one else. Separate from that, it's chipped with a GPS chip, so that if it's in a zone like Las Vegas Boulevard, or like any other destination where there shouldn't be an opened gun, every time that gun is opened up, it links with law enforcement. Here's the thing: you eliminate challenges. Separate from that, it's a $15 iris scan. So you have a fail-safe, proven system. Here's what happens. That's a 1 in 10 million error ratio. It's better than a fingerprint, better than a thumbprint, and people are protected. And I've spoken with some of my friends who are extreme gun rights activists who own 500 guns, and they say, you're not taking my gun away. Well, no one wants to take your gun away. Let's make guns better.
So what you're saying here, from what I'm hearing then, Matt, is that you have a double approach when it comes to the safety of not only our children, but those that are at events.
I'm sorry, we're running into a little bit of a challenge where I can't hear anything you're saying.
All right. Well, okay. So hopefully you'll be able to hear it. Well, the modern day technology we're having fun with right now, guys. What I want to do is
this thing is it's probably too slow because we're on Vegas Boulevard. We're just passing the Trump Tower right now, and we're passing Encore, and it's kind of a dead zone.
Got it. Well, why don't we do this? I'll bring up some pictures.
It's working now.
Okay.
That's all right.
I'm just showing, while taking a moment to just say, hey, you gave us a guided tour, and I'm going to actually be highlighting day number 78, Service Hero, for that very thing. I want to thank you, Matt. I am so thrilled that we had an opportunity to meet. I feel as though we have so many things we're going to be able to collaborate with, and in the future we already have. And I am so excited for what it is that you're doing professionally. Yes, it's going to be fun. Big Fish marketing and the Big Fish program, reality show. That's something to be looking forward to. In fact, I will say, I'm going to bring these up here real quick, just a couple of them. Because,
oh, gosh.
one of my friends, Ken, I understand that you got to meet with him.
Yeah, he's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, I love him. I missed him when I was in Vegas, but I guess he came after I left. And you guys got an opportunity to work with one of the best to do your photo shoot, and to do the Smile, because he has a nonprofit, and his message is basically how smiles can help change the world.
Actually, Stephanie, can you do me a favor? Can you roll down the center console here? All the way, please. Marcus.
Yeah.
Can you send me the Vegas Smiles book? It's up front there.
Oh, you had the Smiles book?
Yes, of course.
Cool.
So here's the book, and we're going to be doing a Big Fish edition as well. So I mean, we had the first photo shoot, there, and Ken would like us to bring in some additional friends, family members, things like that. People, smiles change the world. I mean,
yeah.
we look at the the universal language. I mean, the only two universal languages in the world are mathematics and smiles, right? I mean, it's
It's that simple.
right.
We make it too complicated, don't we? So I'm so excited to hear about that too. You know, it's never ending how much fun we're having around here. All these people that are making a difference, all these people that have causes, all these people that in the end are trying to do something as simple as bringing a smile and to our world, and that can make a huge difference. Matt, I want to say thank you to you, and I know we're going to stop and you're going to do some shifting, and so guys, just stay
Right.
tuned. We're going to get Marcus on for today's service hero, but I'm so glad that we had an opportunity to share with you day number 75 and to let you both know. I think I've mentioned it, but I want everybody, I'm going to start bringing it up every day, is
Right.
that in September, here in Los Angeles, over near LAX, there is going to be what's called the Spirit Summit. And on that Saturday, the 22nd of September, we are going to highlight many of the service heroes in LA. So hopefully you, Marcus, and then we know that we're going to be celebrating one more hero here soon. Maybe you guys can bring over the beast itself, and we can maybe make it a celebrity in LA. That would be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I know that we'll have Allison there. We'll have some others one from Texas just booked her flight. We have many that are going to be coming.
Well, the Texans, the Texan is going to love the bullhorns.
Yes, I know. We'll have to have some fun photo shoots.
I'm sure he or she is going to have a huge smile on his or her face.
It's a woman. Yeah, it's a woman.
All right.
Today, Kelly. All right. Well, put it in your calendars, everyone, that we're going to be doing some fun stuff on September the 21st and 22nd in LA. And it will be with David T. Fagan and Allison Larson. And the location is just about figured out, but it will be right next door to the airport. All right. Well, Matt, you are absolutely a stellar individual in every which way that you
come on.
Stellar. Oh, it's true. You know it. I know it. I am so thrilled to now be able to call you my friend and
Absolutely.
be able to call you a service hero for day number 75. That's 3 coins.
Right.
3 of those lucky quarters. Of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. Okay, guys, stay tuned. I'm not ending this yet because we have one more hero to go.
All right.
Back
See you
in a
soon.
moment.
All right. Bye.